All right, congratulations. You have reached the end of module one, your expertise extraction. So I just wanted to recap here what you've learned and also recap your action steps because learning without taking action is not going to do you any justice. So you want to make sure that you take action so you can get the result that this core lesson has been able to teach you on how to extract or at least do your first attempt at extracting your signature methodology. So your first steps here, your action steps here are to list 3 areas of your business where you've been able to see significant results. So kind of again, looking at whether it could be business or personal. So a particular area where you've had results and kind of remembering the 3 areas that we were talking about that are the primary ones that people will invest in. And that is the health category, the wealth category, and the relationships category. So look in those particular areas to see if there is a signature methodology. And I know there is a signature methodology that you can extract, and we can start to kind of look at and validate which one is the best one to start with. You can have more than one signature methodology, but you want to start building one bridge at a time. Many times, often course creators and coaches and so forth are scattered. They have a scattered mindset and they have a hard time really getting started and following through to take one course all the way from ideation to production to launch it and grow it and start filling it with students because there's like, oh, I like this idea. And I like this idea. Well, let me try this. And you've got lots of different projects that you've started. You're kind of thinking about building a bridge. You're going to bridge the gap between where you are and where you want to go a lot quicker if you build one bridge at a time. So think of that as when you're going through this. So list out those 3 particular areas where you've seen the results. Again, maybe you have an area kind of like Hal Elrod's Lifesavers, the Miracle Morning process, where he's implemented different modalities in the area of under the health umbrella to where he's been able to transform his life through that signature methodology. And then he turned it into lots of different things from books to podcasts to online courses to mastermind programs to virtual retreats and in-person retreats and so forth. Think about that, because that is the power behind a signature system and being able to create something of that significance. And then number 2, or maybe it's, again, like in your business, maybe you've been able to grow your readership in the blog, or maybe like Sarah, you have a productivity system that you've been able to implement that helps you and your clients be able to maximize your productivity by 50% and get, much more done in the same amount of time, or if not less. So think about that. And then step 2 is for each area that you've outlined, I want you to think about the steps that you took to achieve those results. So reverse engineer that methodology and kind of think about like, what'd you do before you got the success, and reverse engineer it all. So you can kind of, make sure that as you're going through this, you've got a clear picture of where you were when you first started and identified a particular problem that you had, and point B, where you are after achieving the success in that particular methodology, and then identifying all of those stepping stones in between it, because those stepping stones become your signature system, your signature methodology of being able to how you go about getting results and solving a particular problem. And then number 3 is to reach out to at least, a couple of people. Maybe you've got a couple of clients or colleagues or family member or friends that have a perspective on your unique strengths. Because sometimes, again, we undervalue our own zone of genius all the time. And would you kind of think about, like I had a client I worked with at one point earlier on in my career that she was really, really good at like clean eating, right? And she just, she had all of these ingredients. I'll never forget this conversation that we had about all these particular ingredients that she just assumed people had in their pantry, or assumed people knew what they were or how to use them, and all of those things to switch out a lot of the processed foods and so forth. And I'm like, I don't even know what that is. That's why I need somebody like you. Just tell me. I think of my sister, I have a sister, Sarah, too, and she's invested in a lot of health and wellness types of programs from coaches that helped with the exercise piece of that, modality of improving health, to also produce or investing in coaches that helped with the meal planning and preparation. And through that, they follow a particular methodology and eating wellness system, as well as having the meal plans, the recipes, the shopping list, like everything. Here's your book. all you have to do is, buy the ingredients and implement the methodology that I've created for you. And that's what we want as busy people. We don't want to have to go through the painstaking process of trying to figure it out ourselves. We want somebody to give us the blueprint, the system, and the methodology. And that's where your zone of genius is going to come into play. So sometimes it takes having a conversation with someone else who may recognize that zone of genius in you that you don't. But also partner up with accountability partners in our Facebook group. Maybe you can get on a call with some other people and have some conversations, or have some conversations in the Facebook group and just kind of brainstorm together. Bring it to our Q&A call as well. We have a Q&A call scheduled for 7 p.m. this evening. Every day throughout our 5 days together, we have a Q&A call. So anything that you want to kind of flesh out or think about, bring to the call, and we will talk about that. But post your ideas in the group. Hopefully when you start seeing those ideas, it'll spark some interest and some ideas that you hadn't thought about when you start seeing your peers start posting their ideas in there as well. Remember to provide feedback on one another's ideas. And the more we can work together, this is your think tank. This is your time for you to be able to take advantage of that. So remember, you have valuable expertise, and now it's time to package it in a way that can help others be able to grow. And then you can grow and scale your business by packaging your gold. So go ahead and do that. And then in module 2, we'll be talking about the steps that you can take then to create a signature system or a signature methodology, and really how to package it up and being able to create incredible products and services to be able to help people at scale. So we will see you over there. I hope you found this lesson helpful. Any questions, bring them to the group, and I look forward to hearing from you soon. Bye for now.